Okay, so I'm going to talk about my circle times. I had obviously in my student teaching day schedule, I have all the little ones, which are in the first morning assigning letter mats, weekly jobs, the mini calendar, daily attendance, mystery number. But then when we get to the morning one, I have an intro movement song of One Little Fish. It's one little fish was swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. One little fish was swimming in the water. Bubble, bubble, pop. Then the song goes on. You have two red crabs pinching in the water, bubble, bubble, pop. Two sharks chomping in the water, turtles gliding in the water, and the children get to do the movements with you. So that's our first kind of intro song to get them in there. Then I have Llama Llama Learns to Swim that I will be reading to them. Then we'll go over the letter of the week. And then we're going to read Water Safety for Swimmy, which this is kind of what the whole student teaching day is mainly based around this book, because it is about swimming in the pool, but it's more about water safety and things like that. And then with that, I have made a list. If I was going to be in class, I'd have like a big poster board of it, of all of the water safety rules that were in the book for us to go over before the end of group time with the kids. Because then in some of my activities, like the sensory bin and the prop box activity, I can reference these back with the kids and review them. And then I would also, at this point, then introduce the activities throughout the day: creative art, science, sensory, prop box, and things like that. So then when we move on to, we have a later morning group time where the children lay their mats out, the lunch helpers set up for lunch. We have another group time with a read aloud book, which I have a Dory book that comes with a CD that then the book helper would read with that. So then that takes us to the afternoon group time, which would consist of the calendar helper, the weather helper, and the star student doing their normal daily jobs that we do, counting the numbers, seeing what the weather is, letting the star student talk about their show and tell that they brought and everything. Then we would move on to Maisie Learns to Swim, this book to read in that group time. And then lastly, to kind of tie it all back together before afternoon group time, we would go back over the safety rules. And I even wanted to use this as a transition with some of the kids to call them up and have them pick one out and we all read it out, and then that child is able to transition on to afternoon working time. So anyway, so those were kind of my group time activities that I had planned for the kids, in addition to all the transitions that I was supposed to do throughout the day. Some of my transitions consisted of some of the things that I was using in my activities, the inner tubes, stuff like that, to kind of tie everything in together. I also had intended on my student teaching day to dress up kind of like a lifeguard. Had the Y not closed, I'd already asked a friend about borrowing a lifeguard t-shirt. I was going to wear a visor and stuff, just to kind of really go all out the day of and everything. And anyways, it's crazy that it ended this way. But I hope all my videos worked out and it all kind of makes sense of what I intended to do with the day. Okay, thanks so much.